Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for, this is your September bonus reading. You start off with this Golem card. It says, a close friend acts on your behalf. You have this Chalice. It says, rejuvenation and fulfillment. So, yeah, a lot of the readings this month, and here you go, right here. You have basically the Ace of Cups twice, but, a lot of the readings this month have been about rejuvenation and fulfillment, like kind of like healing yourself, taking time for yourself, doing nice things for yourself. And I think it would just be a really good time to do that. I think there's like a little bit too much of like a worrying energy in the astrology for pretty much everyone. So, people could be worrying about things that they just don't need to worry about. And, again, I would make sure that you're not like worrying too much about the future or about, where your life is going, things like that. It's kind of popping into my head as time. So some of you might be worried that, you're not going to have enough time to do something, or you don't have enough time to do something, or you've run out of time to do something. And again, I would let those fears go. Your current general energies for this reading are the Ace of Cups. So your emotions overflowing, feeling very happy, feeling like you're finding fulfillment as well. And like I said, a lot of the readings have been about fulfillment in general. And so I feel a lot of you, excuse me, could be on the path to finding fulfillment, or you could be about to have like a major wake-up call as well. You have Judgment and the Tower. I wouldn't even worry about the Tower. To me, Judgment and the Tower together is the most powerful combination in the tarot. Those two cards together represent a major revelation, like a big light bulb moment. So it looks to me like you're actually finding some answers at this time that could be helping you on your journey. I also feel, again, that first card said a close friend acts on your behalf. You also have the Three of Cups showing up here. So if you're like looking for anything, it's popping into my head, like if you're looking for something, like a job, a relationship, whatever, there could be like a friend that helps you get something that you desire. Next, in the area of the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. In a Celtic cross, you have the Judgment card. I feel like you need to listen to your inner calling. The Judgment card is all about your purpose, but these people are standing in these coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're being called to step into a new life, or you are being called to step into something much greater in your life. And so I feel that it would be like an amazing time for you to just step into a new life, or to step into something greater in your life. And it's like you're being called to that. The interesting thing is ending with the Hermit is really standing out to me in your reading. The Hermit, he's been on a long, difficult journey. He's been doing some soul searching, and now he's standing at the top of the mountain. And he has found some answers. Remember what I've been saying to you, Sagittarius. It's almost like for a very long time, I feel like you've been like all the particles that make you up, right, have been spread out. You've been exploring a lot of different things. All your readings now say that you are kind of like your energy is coming back to center, right? And now you are taking everything you've learned and you're applying it to something that could be your purpose. And, this could be the week that you finally wake up. This could be the week where you finally have that light bulb moment that really tells you like what you should be doing with your life, or what things you could be doing with your life. Next, in the area of what's on your mind, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is like celebration, happiness, fun, all those other things. And Three of Cups is your community. Three of Cups is the people around you. And so I feel it could be a great time to socialize. Every single reading that I've done for this set of readings has had a lot of socializing energy. So it could just be a good month to surround yourself with people who lift you up, or people that you're thinking about as well, because this is coming up in the area of your thoughts. So if you're thinking about friends, family, things like that, I would pay attention to it. Also, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Ace of Swords. So if you are needing any help at all, this could say that you, kind of like going to your friends, going to your family, and asking for the truth could be a good idea. So if you're struggling, or if you're looking for answers, I think you could get those answers from people that are already in your life. In the area of your foundation, you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is like wealth and prosperity, or it's about building wealth in your life. So I do feel a lot of you could be either working on wealth, or you could be building wealth in your life at this time. And that could be a focus for you, or it could say that you are trying to build wealth in your life. The King of Pentacles says that you have a very specific skills. He has these grapes on his cloak, and the grapes in the tarot represent something that is very difficult to grow, but he can do it very well. And so I feel for a lot of you that this is saying here, going up to the Tower, Judgment, King of Cups, that you have a skill that is like very special or specific to you, and you could in the future or like now be thinking about using that skill to like make money or to do something that you've wanted to do for a long time. In the area of your past, this is the energy that you're moving past. You have this Illuminate card and this Immerse card. Like I've been saying, I feel like you have immersed yourself into a lot of different places in the world, or you've been learning a lot of different ideas, or maybe you've been working on a lot of different things, and you've explored all those things. And so now that you like have those answers, I feel like you're coming back to center, like I already said. You also have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. I think maybe the biggest challenge for Sagittarius right now is that you've been learning a lot of things, and so you're going from student to teacher. Like, that's literally what this reading is saying. Page of Pentacles is technically like kind of the first card here in the reading, and then you end with the Hermit. The Hermit needs to come down from the mountain, and he needs to show the world what he has learned. So I think a lot of you, again, are actually going from student to teacher, and maybe it's causing like a little bit of a weird feeling, or maybe you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing right now, or maybe you're thinking about getting a new job, and it's like you're like, what do I do? And so I kind of get a lot of that on the Page of Pentacles. I'm not getting like traditional Page of Pentacles stuff other than he is a card of studiousness. I think more the energy that I'm picking up off of him is like, what do I do next? And I feel like that is the question you're asking. In the area of your very near future, you have this Fiery Beginnings. It says you're on the brink of a real breakthrough. I'm pretty sure your last reading that I did for you was something about a breakthrough. I'm pretty sure that was you. It says follow your heart and live your passion. Can't make that up. I literally say that to everyone right now. People keep saying, you keep repeating yourself, saying that we have to follow our heart. And I'm like, why aren't you doing it yet? It's like, yes, I'm going to keep repeating it because people need to do it. Your passion might not necessarily be your career. You might have another passion, but you might not be thinking you can do anything with it. I read pieces of paper with pictures on them basically for a living, right? This is what I do. This is my passion, right? And it's like I've turned it into a living. You can do the same thing. It doesn't matter what you're interested in. There are YouTube channels with like millions of subscribers about nothing. So, about like basket weaving and stuff like that. So again, you could easily turn a passion into something that makes you very successful. You have this Tears of Remorse. It says make peace with your regrets and the past to guide your actions in the future. Tower for sure. Some of you could feel, like I'm not going to sugarcoat the Tower here, even though I feel it's kind of good because you have the Judgment card right next to it. I do feel like some of you feel, not all of you, but I feel some of you feel like your world is crumbling or you're just not sure what to do next. So again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel you feel that, you feel that feeling, right? The whole point of the Tower is that these people are coming down to reality. So yes, it's uncomfortable to feel that way, but also the good side of it is that by doing this, you are seeing reality for how it actually is. And the whole point of the Tower is that they've been ignoring reality and they're being brought back down to reality so they can make a change. And so I feel for a lot of you, again, you could be going through that. For others, I feel, for all of you, even if you are going through that, I feel that you are having a big wake-up call, or you could be having a major light bulb, moment this month. And I feel like that light bulb moment will be very good for you because it's going to guide you in a new direction. In your outcome row here, you have this moon. Maybe it says intuition on it. You have this full moon. It says forgiveness on it. We are in an excellent time for forgiveness, and you don't have to forgive anyone directly. All you have to do is forgive people, places, and things in your heart. The intuitive card, we are also in a very intuitive time. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to trust your intuition and allow your intuition to guide you. In the area of the next few months, you have the Four of Swords, so a lot of healing. This would be pretty good, actually. So, I'm not worried about this at all. It would say that if you have had a Tower moment, or if you're fearing the changes that are going on around you, that you're healing from those things. I also feel like you're asking for the right things. There's a person in the stained glass window who is blessing another person. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be hoping or praying for blessings. You also start with that rejuvenation and fulfillment card. So a lot of you could just be in a time of rejuvenation and fulfillment, which would be great. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Ace of Swords. I feel a couple of things here. Number one, if you need the truth about your life, then I feel like there could be people that could really help you kind of get back on track. Or I feel like there could be people in your life that could really help you focus in on what you are good at or what you should be doing in your life. And so, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to get guidance from other people. I think that it could be very helpful. I also, if you do want love, not really a love reading, although that could change when we clarify it, but if you do want love, I do feel that there could be communication coming in for some of you, and the Ace of Swords would be a victory. I also look at the Ace of Swords as balance. These yods here on the card are in perfect balance on the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords cuts both ways as well, and so it kind of is a card of bringing your life into balance, in socializing or asking other people for help or working with other people. All those things could bring you back into balance with the Ace of Swords. Next, in your future feelings, you have the King of Cups. Again, really good, especially having the Tower here. The King of Cups is sitting in choppy waters, but he is perfectly fine. So even though he's sitting in a position where things around him look a little bit sketchy, he is not affected by that because he has explored his emotions. He understands how he feels about everything, and so he doesn't worry about what's going on around him. He just worries about the things that he can control. And I think that would be amazing for you, Sagittarius, to work on that. It's like, yes, I say it all the time, right? I think between now and 2033, there are going to be 6 billion things to be concerned about and to be worried about. My worry for people is that by the time we get to 2033, I think there are going to be a lot of people who look back on the last 10 years, basically from 2033 to 2023, and they're going to say, wow, all I did was worry about every little thing that was going on, and I didn't get anything done. So I keep telling people that doesn't mean you can't be, that you're not paying attention. It doesn't mean that you're not preparing yourself and all that other stuff. But what it does mean is that you should be getting things done because you can, right? And so I think the King of Cups says, do what you can with what you got right now in front of you, and you will be fine. You have the Hermit as your outcome. Definitely you've been through Hermit mode, right? I feel like you've maybe explored, done some soul searching, you've been through a dark night of the soul, or you've been through something that has been challenging. He's climbed to the top of the mountain, and now he is shining his inner light here. But I believe personally, and again, this is not necessarily accurate tarot, but I think that the Hermit needs to come down from the mountain and needs to share what he has learned. That should be his next step, is to show the world what he has learned by demonstrating it, right? So I feel like you are about to demonstrate that you have learned from the things that you've been through. And again, this could be very, very powerful for you, Sagittarius. So, that looks good. With the Ace of Cups and the Judgment card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is your card. This puts you in a position of power and strength whenever you show up as yourself. The Wheel of Fortune is really about doubling down on the good stuff and taking care of the challenges right away. So I feel like there are a lot of good things in your life, and I feel like you need to kind of double down on those things to make things happen. And I think doing that could be just a really, really good idea for you. I also think that it would be a great time for you to learn, although I do feel like you are going from student to teacher. These 4 signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, on the Wheel of Fortune, they are holding books. And it kind of says that whatever you're thinking about doing, learn as much as you can about it. The one thing I would say is going from student to teacher, I would learn one thing and then put it into practice. That's literally what I do with this channel. I preach it all the time, right? With this channel, every single day when I wake up in the morning, I watch a video about YouTube. I've kind of run out of videos for YouTube, but sometimes a new one will pop up. But, I'll watch a video about storytelling. I'll watch a video about thumbnails. I'll watch a video about whatever. And I always test whatever I learned for the day. You can all see it. Look at all the changes I make on this channel, right? There's a reason for it. And, it's totally changed my life, and it literally takes 10 minutes every single day. That's it, right? So I think that you could easily learn one new thing and then put it into practice. The important thing is that you're not just learning. You're putting things into practice and gaining experience. And I feel this reading with the Hermit is saying you need to gain experience. With the 3 of Cups, you have the High Priestess. You had a card that said intuition on it, I'm pretty sure, right? Am I making that up? I might be making that up. It's a very intuitive time. I would learn whatever you can about, and be intuitive, especially coming up in your mind, in the area of what's on your mind. In this reading, I would pay attention to your intuition, what your gut is telling you to do, all that other stuff. Of course, that would be a good idea. With the King of Pentacles, you have 2 cards. You have the 2 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. The 2 of Swords is thinking that life can only be one way. And the Knight of Wands is a good card for you, Sagittarius, because you are very spontaneous. The Knight of Wands is also very spontaneous. If he's doing something like working on a project, working on a relationship or dating a person, he's kind of willing to go with the flow. He's willing to, roll with the punches. He's willing to try new things. The Two of Swords just says that, there are other ways of doing things. She needs to turn around and see this new island, because that new island represents a third place solution. It represents something that she's never thought of before, or a different way of that she could be living her life. So I think that you have the King of Pentacles here. And the King of Pentacles is a card of convention, which represents the way things have always been done. And definitely with the Tower here, the Tower can definitely cause a shakeup, in the sense that if we've been doing things the same way over and over and over again, the Tower can kind of create a shakeup so that we do things differently. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is communication. The Page of Pentacles can be a messenger as well. So there could be important messages for you. It's coming up in your past position, but I kind of get the feeling that this could be like a friend from the past that provides some sort of advice, or something like that for you. The other thing I will say is that the Eight of Wands is the card of socializing, or a card of socializing. So I really feel if you're looking for answers, or if you need help, it's going to come from other people. And so it might be a great time to just tap into your resource of other people. With the Tower, you have the Strength card. Yes, I feel like you are. I think I said something about this, how, the Tower is helping you develop strength. And, obviously that's what's happening here. The Strength card is about taming your inner voice. So sometimes we have a Tower moment, or we lose our job, or something happens, and we think that we can't do something. And I feel like the Strength card is saying no, you have developed strength. You have the strength to do whatever it is that you want to do. And the Strength card is just reminding you to continue to build strength. Strength is a process, right? It's you have to lift bigger and bigger weights to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I think for a lot of you, this is saying that you've been lifting the weights of life and you're getting stronger. With the Four of Swords, you have the Judgment card again. So we go from Tower to Judgment. I definitely feel that if you're worried about finding answers, you shouldn't be, because I feel the universe is going to be providing you with a major revelation or a major wake-up call, over, I don't even think you're going to be waiting a few months. I think it's going to happen this month, September. And I feel that you could be getting some guidance on what to do next. And, really that's what the Tower and the Judgment card together represent. With the Ace of Swords, you have the World. The World is an accomplishment or an achievement. So is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory or an achievement. So there could be some sort of achievement. And again, it's coming up in the area of your closest relationships, and the World would represent the world. So there could be people all over the world that that could really be helping guide you, or could be helping you to be very successful. Some of you could be moving as well. I'm getting, the Tower to the World can just be a move. So some of you could be moving, or you could be changing jobs, or you could be getting a new job. With the King of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles. I would definitely be careful of convention. Again, King of Pentacles, and sorry, I said King of Pentacles, but the King of Cups. I did the same thing on the King of Pentacles. I called him the King of Cups, but the King of Pentacles, which you do have, going up to the Four of Pentacles, these are both cards of convention, doing things the same way over and over and over again. And I feel this reading is definitely encouraging experimentation, trying new things, kind of branching out. All that would be good for you. With the the Hermit, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're tired. The Hermit is tired after a long journey. The Ten of Wands, he is also tired after a long journey, but he is very close to his goal, which is his home right here. So he has planted those 10 wands. Those 10 wands are his harvest, and the card itself says that he is about to have a harvest. He has planted those 10 wands. He's bringing them to his home, and so he is about to have a harvest. So I think you are about to have some sort of harvest after a long journey. Definitely a draining reading. I will say, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like you are drained at this time, Sagittarius, and if you're not, good. Stay that way, right? But, I would do things to rest, rejuvenate, find fulfillment, of course, if you are drained. But I also feel that 10 of Wands is saying you're very close. You have this heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring. I think you need to love yourself and surround yourself with people who love you, because that's, just based off the area of your closest relationships. I think that's what's going to help you the most at this time. So surround yourself with good people. You have this dolphin. It says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Again, I think you need to look at all your skills. We said this. We have the Immerse card and also this Illuminate card. I think there's a skill you have that you don't think can make you money, and it can. Just like tarot for me, right? It's like, this is a skill that like 20 years ago, I couldn't do this, right? Because YouTube didn't exist. So again, I think that there's something that you probably do that could be much more successful than you think, but you're going to have to use the tools like YouTube or starting a podcast or doing something. You have this funnel card. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. That's what you've been going through. We already know this. 10 of Wands, Hermit, Tower. So I think that you are, but the good news is I think this is coming to an end. You have this apple. It says temptation will test you. Yeah, I think everybody needs to be careful of temptation right now, because there are like a lot of temptations, like just in the astrology, in the, just around us. So I would be careful of past temptations. Finally, you have this Ram card that says a stubborn, aggressive person. We also have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year. I've been saying to everyone, I would be careful of stubborn, aggressive people. But overall, this looks very positive. I feel like you're moving past the negative, right? And you're moving towards something positive. So don't give up. Keep going, Sagittarius. But yeah, it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.